Podcast starts at 19 seconds.
Welcome to Fit the Description, a Black Men's podcast where various Black men come together to talk about life, society, entertainment, culture, news, and whatever else we want to talk about from various Black men's perspectives. I'm your host, G. Now, I'm going to get to the introductions in a minute, but before that, on your way in, make sure to subscribe and follow depending on your platform. Make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to check out the Clips channel, Fit the Description podcast over there on YouTube. Make sure to check out all the audio platforms. The links will be in the description down below. We also have an Instagram, which I need to work on, like I say at every podcast. Opinion_Peace_network. Check it out. And beyond that, this one is going to be a little different. So, this episode, I wound up coming late for it. And actually, you probably won't hear from me till maybe the second half. I'm not sure. I'm not sure when I came in. But yes, I was not here the entire time. And because of that, James went ahead and took over the hosting duties for this podcast. So it's definitely going to be different from how we normally do podcasts. So I hope y'all enjoy this final chapter, or I should say this final episode of the year. And now let's go ahead and check out the second chapter of this final podcast of the season.
So, check it out. What do you guys think about fucking the fact that kids now have more information at their fingertips, but they're more disconnected than ever before?
Oh, dude, you know what's so funny about that? I've had this conversation twice this month. So the funny part about it is, and I'll just make it brief, and I gotta say, so who remember when we had to actually have an imagination? And I would say, like, remember a car ride when I used to sit in the car driving from Lancaster to LA or whatever, and like I used to count the little things on the ground. Like I remember a time where we would play like Slug Bug or what's that other game? I just had it in my mind. I Spy and shit like that. Like we actually had an imagination. And so a point that I was talking about, I was like, you take a kid's phone away and it's like they're furious to the point of where they don't even if you tell a kid, okay, I'm going to take you somewhere fun. I'm taking you to the mall. I'm taking you here. I'm taking you there. And it's like they can't function without their phone. It's like they will literally be mad, or they'll ask to be like, when are we going home? Or, dude, we were ecstatic to get the fuck out the house and have fun. But at the same time, I was like, if I had the amount of entertainment that kids have now, not only with phones, but emulators, like if I could play, like I got an emulator and that motherfucker is, I think that shit to work every night. I'm playing old games all day long, but I just think like when I was in high school, I had a PSP and that alone, if that motherfucker didn't die, I was on that bitch. But it's like, I just think like if we had the amount of technology that, because schools let kids stay on their phone on break and, all of this shit, it's just a crazy world. But to the point that I'm trying to make, it's like we had to have an imagination. Kids don't know how to do that. Like they don't have to do it. And it's like, I'm kind of envious in a way, but then I'm kind of hurt at the same time. It's like, shit's crazy, but I'll let whoever else go.
Yeah, no. What do you think, B?
Yeah, so I think because the technology we have is so advanced compared to what we had, I think it took away the critical thinking skills. Because when we was growing up, even though, like I said, we had like the beginning of the internet era stuff, we had the internet, but Things like Wikipedia, it wasn't a reliable source, right? So we had to go search through all these forums, different websites to gather the information, and we still had to go out and read books and things like that so that our work could be qualified as verified research, right? And so we had to go through all those hurdles still, and but we still had the balance of actually going outside and hanging out with friends and so forth. Our little phone and our desktop computer at home, and it didn't take away too much of our time. Even the video games that we had, we still had a time limit because the parents tell you can't play after a certain period of time or whatever, you know. But I think what kids have today, they don't have those type of boundaries. They can just go to AI and say, "What's the answer to this?" and they got it. Right? They don't have to search for nothing. They don't have to research nothing. Everything is literally in this device in their hands. So they don't really have to think too much or do too much. All the answers are right there. So as an adult, it's a beautiful tool, but it does takes away key functionality that I think children need in order to think critically and think fully on their own, using their own mind, using their own, using their own brain pretty much. So I just think the technology might be a little bit too good for kids nowadays. Personally, my opinion.
Hmm.
Mm.
Now, do you guys think that as it's just going to keep getting worse?
Oh, I think it's going to keep getting easier. I feel like we're going to be like, I feel like we're going to go on into some cyberpunk shit to where it's even faster, quicker. Like implants are already being talked about. I mean, I believe all of that's going to be where you don't even need a computer or an actual nothing in your hand. I truly feel like it's going to be like some end time shit where you just scan your arm and your life expectancy is going to be, well, maybe not to that extent, but I believe that, yeah, time is the only consistent, at the end of the day. Money, none of that shit matters. Time is a permanent thing that always keeps going. So I feel like, yeah, at a certain point, it's like that's what's going to matter the most. And I feel like I said, it's going to be faster, quicker because technology is the only thing that upgrades and changes. I feel like nothing else changes, nothing else upgrades. Like technology is the key thing that keeps getting faster, stronger, quicker, quicker, quicker. Like it's it, nothing else.
So, if you think that, then what is the point of us?
Oh, we are super inferior.
Hey,
I
what's
say
the
that
point
all
of
the
us?
time, though. I say that all the time. Hey, I am literally an advocate of a robot can do my job. A trained monkey can do what the fuck I do. So I am not special at all. I'm not going to sit here and play like I am either. Like I'm not going to sit here and be like, I'm literally a glorified doorman that, is trying to keep people safe, but at the same time, if somebody comes in there with a gun, because I look at it like this, I'm a security guard. I'm normally outside only. So imagine a world where somebody sneaks a gun inside. Yes, I can hook you up as well as I possibly can, but I can't frisk you. That's not a part of my job. But I can do a once over as best as I can and there's the situation. But if I'm outside, they don't give us walkie talk like they give us walkie talkies that barely fucking work. So I can hear them talking when they're not even hitting the button.
Mm-hmm.
So if something were to happen and and a person's holding a gun, then okay, so hold on, let me go another step. So they put blackout tint on the windows, so it's like I could barely see because an employee didn't, or no, they didn't want the glare from the daytime to disrupt the customers. It's like, okay, you're making it hard for me to do my job, but okay, whatever. So I can barely see in there. So I just think about a world where I'm trying to look in there and see if somebody has a gun. And if it looks normal, then I'm just like, what do I do? Like, it's stupid. Like, I would never know until the person runs out in front of me and they run out behind them and say, this person stole all this shit. But you think a robot can just automatically open the door, can stand there and assess the situation. And yes, it can't stop. You think about they can hit a locked door so the person can't get out. Okay, is somebody gonna really shoot everybody if they're locked in a store? No, they're just trying to steal some fucking weed. Now, it's a slim shit chance that that person wants to kill anybody, but that's where, like, I feel like when it comes to not really robots, but just like technology, it's just much more efficient. It's like you're not needed.
Yeah,
Like,
but
technology runs.
okay, but think about it like this. You're basing it from you. Now, when I said what happens to us, I don't mean just adults. Because think about it. If you're saying, oh, technology just keeps getting stronger, faster, what's the point of school? What's the point
Oh
of
no.
kids? Like,
Okay,
what's the
so
point of any of it?
so I said this to my girl the other night. I was like, I feel bad for every kid under the age of like starting high school because there's going to be not one job that they can make truly a career in this world. In the next 10 years, I feel like my kids are fucked. Like, I don't see them like, yes, you can always get a fast food job. You can always get a bag, like a regular mediocre job, and you'll live a regular mediocre life. And it's like, in a way, if I set them up in life, that's enough. And that sucks to say, but it's the truth. Like, either somebody who can get you into a field, and even then, yet again, fling the shit. But in this world, like how there were random opportunities for me, like there was, it's not a lot of random opportunities like there was 20 years ago or 10 years ago. It's like these kids are going to live like in a certain tax. I feel like this. If your kids if your parent or your guardian or who's ever raising you makes 5 figures, let's just say they make at least 5 figures a year, you're fucked.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you are fucked. Like, it's not enough. Like, let's say that person makes $99,999. You are fucked. Your existence is going to be welfare. Your existence is going to be struggle because you're getting taught a certain way. I have truly understood, like, it's not about anything else but your tax bracket. Certain things that you get taught when you only make 5 figures. There's certain things that you get taught when you make 6 figures. There's certain things that you get taught when you make 7, 8, 9, 10, whatever. And it's like, you can know the information, but how many people are acting on it? I can sit here and say that we all know the information of a person who makes 8 figures, 9 figures, whatever the case may be. But the difference between them and us is that trust fund or that, just like I said, that fucking cowboy money. They can fail. It's like, can you go on out there and take that chance to fail and then try another thing? Fail and try another thing? No, you cannot. So it's like, whatever you do has to succeed. And that's the issue. But I feel like his kids are fucked. We're not putting our kids in a position to succeed. So I feel like technology will eventually wipe them out, for sure.
So B, you think the same, or how you stand on it?
So
Hmm?
I'm a little bit different, I
Okay.
I I can see because I still see human elements in us, and we still need human needs. I can see at least for a short period of time where the advancement of technology will backfire and man will rebel against the technology. I can see that happening. Um, 'Cause I look at our generation like the preserver of the old, right? We are we love the nostalgia. We love to preserve and old things, like collect things, right? So
Mhm.
I think you know we will collect and hold on to the two things, and maybe try to show the newer generations that technology is cool, but that's not what life is all about. There's still the life part, and that's why I say that I can see a little rebellion against technology. Now, about 20 years down the road, if our voices don't reach the youth like that, then yeah, I can see things like them being kind of in virtual reality, and can you imagine your kids is on the couch all day with the glasses on, ain't even moving, you know? Um, I can see the job officially accepted AI because it's not there yet. I know that for a fact. It's not. There's a lot of problems with AI right now, but I guess I can see us going that route. But the question, my only thing is, will the human element, will it stay with us, or will it eventually just fade away until we're mutated into something completely different as human beings?
Mhm.
So uh,
Interesting. Interesting.
that's how I look at this whole situation.
Very interesting.
Mhm.
Very interesting. Very interesting. So, G, are you up to speed, or you kind of need to basically, with how fast technology is improving? What's the point of us?
Oh, damn, that's a deep question. What's the point of
No,
us?
not really. Like, really, it's not really. Trust me, what's gonna follow it is gonna be pretty interesting. But yeah, do you have any take on that? Like, what do you think? You think we're like Keith thinks we're doomed. B thinks there's still hope. What about you?
Um, it's tough to say. I mean, in my personal opinion, I think it just depends on where how fast things develop and how much they put into technology. I actually kind of agree with both ways where I definitely, which I think we had a conversation about this before, where I don't think we'll ever get rid of the human element, but at the same time, I can't see the technology growing so damn far and so damn fast where it's like like you just said, what is the point of us doing kind of anything? I do think technology could get to a point where, I mean, I think I've said it before, where we're going to have to do UBI and we're just going to pay people just to live because technology is going to take over a majority of stuff. And there's probably only going to be a couple of high paid jobs. I mean, I see it even, walking around where I see a lot of people like they ain't really building houses. They're just building apartments and like basically little small cubicles for houses, which I'm not really happy about. So yeah, I mean, I would say that I'm kind of worried. I just think it just depends on how far they want to take it. So, I know B said something about how they're going to revert and we're going to go back to the old ways, but I doubt that. I think if the technology gets so good and lets you basically get rid of it, there's no going back. I mean, you kind of see it today when you talk to some of the younger generation and the fact that they're raised with technology. Like again, you take a cell phone out of some people's hands, they freak out. They have panic attacks. They don't know how to function. So I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I'll just leave it there for
So
now.
you're on the hopeful and not hopeful. As always. Okay.
Yeah.
That was good information. Good information. So you can't just
Okay.
pick one.
No, you
Jesus
can't.
fucking.
Hold on, but hold on. Here's an interesting thing. Okay, so let's say Keith is right. Everything is doomed. What at that point? What do you guys think happens to old money?
It gets replaced.
With what?
Digital
You
currency.
can't. No, no, no,
Currency,
no. You
Digital
can't.
currency.
No, you can't replace old money.
virtual. Oh no. Oh no. It gets destroyed. It becomes obsolete. Like
Yeah,
I truly feel like on the go.
but that's the
What was
thing.
I saying?
If old money, think about it. Old money is what keeps the world functioning. So if there is no more old money, what the fuck happens?
Digital currency.
That's why I
No,
said I feel like it's more of a time thing. I feel like your time is what's going to be currency. Maybe not in 20 years, like not 20 years, but
Yeah, it's going to take longer than that.
somewhere down the line, I truly feel like I said, maybe not like an in time thing, but it's like I feel like in a way it's like that now. It's how much time you put into something is going to tell you how great you are at it. Or it's just like when you punch into a job. That's time. That's your time. It's like every time you work a shift or at your beauty supply store or we're doing this podcast, it's our time, no matter what we're doing in between that. Now, if whoever thinks like, okay, well, we can capitalize on this and turn this into instead of currency, yes, your time means everything. Because like I say all the time, I feel like our money just gets recycled. If you make so much money, it's just recycled after a while. I don't feel like we get new money. I feel like I average like 14 a check. So it just gets recycled. They know what I'm gonna do with my money. I do the same shit. It's not a new amount. I feel like I'm probably about it. Let's just say let's just say 3,000 a month, give or take. It's like I feel like that's what they give me. They give me about 3,000 a month to whether it's higher or lower or anything like that, and that's what they give me. I don't because I spend all my money. Yes, I might save a little bit, 100 here, 200 there, but it eventually needs to get spent because I got fucking kids at the end of the day. I got I got responsibilities at the end of the day. And it's like I feel like after a while you see that pattern. So it it's just weird how it's always just the same amount, whether I get a raise or not. It's like I feel like 3,000 is the limit of how much I'm gonna get a month because of how much time and effort I put into everything I do. Shit.
so B, were you saying something?
Yeah. So, we know the old money is going to silver and materials, right? I know
Mhm.
that stuff is never going to go away, you know, because our time in history, we like I said, we had receipts, the paper money. Now it's going to crypto. What the people hold in their hand on a daily basis, that constantly changed. But gold and silver is always there. That's always been the reserve of money. What we got is a piece of paper or a number.
Oh
If
yeah.
the power get cut off, all that money is gone. But that gold and silver will always be there.
Well, yeah, but the biggest thing is like everybody's kind of fixated on that part, but you're not like looking at the bigger picture. Old money dictates the world and how it operates. If there's no more old money, regardless, you can't put that shit into gold and silver because it will be irrelevant at that point. because, like you guys are saying, the human population, as it ceases, will be obsolete. So that means the currency that we deal with will be obsolete, whether it's digital or it's tangible. So then all of the old money, which dictates and runs the world, will be obsolete. So at that point, what the fuck happens? The thing that's pushing
Apocalypse.
A transitional
The
period into
apocalypse.
either doom, turmoil. I
like,
mean, it just has to happen. It's just, it just is what it is. Like I said, I don't think that will be around, but like I said before, her talking about maybe our kids' kids or maybe our kids or our kids' kids. Like that's what we're talking about. And like I said, I feel like they're so technology or tech. How do you say it? Technologically like dependent. I don't feel like cash is even going to really be a thing for their kids. Like I just feel like it's going to be just either something more. I mean, I don't. I don't feel like it's a us problem at all. To be honest with you, because
yeah,
like I said, these kids are.
but that's crazy that you think it's not an us problem. You think it's your kids and your kids' kids. That is not true at all. Because you got to look at it like this. In my lifetime, I'm not that much older than you guys, but in my lifetime, there was a point where there was no internet, there was no personal computers, and there was no cell phones. So within a time frame of 10 years, 15 years, all of that stuff not only became available, but became consumer grade. So the fact that it's technology's all of a sudden ramping so fast, think about it. In your lifetime, internet, computers, and cell phones have become readily available, right? Now they've became all one, and they're all like everything in the palm of your hands, to the point where now it's AI driven. That's happened in your lifetime. You guys aren't even like 50 yet. You know how insane that? And you're telling me it's gonna be in your kids' kids? Bullshit. It's not gonna be in 100 years from now, because how fast this shit is ramped up. From me, guys, to
Okay,
you guys.
but you're unrealistic too. Kid, well, no, listen to me. The only reason why
I'm
I say
listening.
my kids are my kids is because kids are having kids earlier. It's like when you were a motherfucking kid, your parents or the people in your generation or the generation before that had kids at 30, had kids that older. I know too many people that got 80, 90-year old parents and they're 40 and 50 years old. That's not like that nowadays. So it's like, so that's why I say that it's more of our kids' problem because like 9 times out of 10, my kid is going to have a kid at 14 or 15 or 16. It wasn't like that 20 years ago. It wasn't like that 30 years ago. Damn sure it wasn't like that 40 years ago. What you're saying is unrealistic on the factor of that you're giving these kids too much credit that they're going to go and have careers and not fucking have kids at a young ass age. Yes, it's going to be my kids' problem. Promise you that.
No. You're giving your kids too much credit, because at the end of the day, yes, kids are doing that. They were doing that then too, but now it's more of an alarming rate because they don't have shit else to do, because they don't want to
Because of the
learn and
internet.
push. Right? Exactly. But the
Exactly.
problem, but
Because there's porn every 50 fingers
hey, I
fucking Pornhub is free.
I
Of course,
100% agree.
Pornhub's
I
fucking free.
100%
Yeah.
agree. But here's the problem with all of that. your kids and your kids still, regardless what age they are, it will not be their problem, because those kids are now taking longer to be self-sufficient and self-reliant. So you will still be taking care of those kids and their kids until they're 40.
The young point there.
And that,
Yeah.
and
So
that I
this
do
is
agree
still
with.
your
I do
proper
agree with.
question.
I'm going to do everything in my power to not have that. But at the same time, like I said, that is the way that the world is going. That is
Yeah. So it's
100%
still,
true. It's
yeah. So it's still your
but it goes
problem.
back to what I said before. There's no such thing. I don't believe that these new generation of kids are going to have careers. That's why I say that. I don't see them having, like, because first off, when you say something to one of these teenagers or young adults, I don't want to be here no more. It's like, do you know I've been called all kind of names and niggas and coons and like we've all been there, and we've been judged, we've been called fat, assholes, retarded, all kind of shit. But you tell a person in in a 21-year-old that they're fucking retarded, oh, I can't handle this shit no more. I'm going home. Nigga, your bills ain't gonna understand what, nigga, your license get turned off because you got retarded, because you got called retarded. Nigga, that was a normal thing in my household when I was a kid. Retarded, man. That was a nice day. That was a nice day.
Yeah. So
Getting
again,
called an asshole, a bitch, a nigga, like, it's like, and like, there's too much emotion when it comes, but like that starts at that starts at the school level too, though. That starts at the school pumping an unrealistic agenda at these fucking students that just doesn't make any sense. Like I was saying to my girl last night, when these schools are pushing this no bullying thing, when, like I said, like I was telling her, you can literally be at work and let's just imagine you're a security guard at work and this motherfucker's like, oh, you bitch ass type top flight security of the world, motherfucker. Oh, you out of shape, bitch, you pimple face, fuck buck teeth nose, and everybody's laughing at you. You think a manager is gonna come up and be like, hey, please stop? No, that's an unrealistic world. That's why I don't like the no bullying rule. I feel like kids should go ham on other kids. I feel like if that kid can't handle it, fuck him. Like, if we would do your mama joke, you can't even tell a your mama joke now without somebody really taking it personal. It's like, nigga, we fucking around. Like, I don't know your motherfucking mama. Like, what the fuck? Like, it's fun. It was a whole TV show based off of no mama joke. Like, what are we doing? Like, why are we in this sensitive ass world now? Like, that's why I said they're literally teaching kids unrealistic things, and then those kids are going to teach unrealistic things. Like, adversity is not a thing. Like, perseverance is not a thing anymore. Like, especially from the people that don't have kids. Like, I look at the people who don't have kids, and because I know a lot of them at work, and I'm like, your ways of thinking is so unrealistic, especially if you don't have any nieces or nephews. Like, the amount of shit that people say is unrealistic. If you've ever been to a elementary school or a middle school and talked to actual kids on a yearly basis, not just on a once in a blue moon, and you hear their logic, and you're like, who the fuck is teaching you? Fuck school. I'm more worried about these parents. But it's like, it's just a trickle down effect in so many ways to me. It's like either you want to be better or you don't. But trying to teach your kid how to be better, and it's always the excuse. It's like, oh, well, how many times did we have to hear, oh, well, and you become an adult, you'll see life is hard. Why would you want your kid to get to that point and fail? That don't make a whole lot of sense to a person like me. It's like, oh, when you go out in the real world and you see everything, it ain't that easy, but why would you want me to do that? So you want me to go in the real world and fail just so you can say you're right, you sick fuck? Like, you're a sick fuck. Okay, I see what type of shit you're on. Like, why would I want that for my kid? I don't want you to call me at 2 in the morning and say, hey, Dad, I got a flat tire. Or, hey, Dad, I'm about to make a bad choice. No, I need you to figure that out. No, hey, Dad, this person at work is fucking pissing me off and I'm about to lose my job. Nigga, you know you got rent, right? And you damn sure can't come back here. So, what the fuck? So you're fine with me failing and coming back home and being a burden on your old ass and just to say you're right. Like, that's the sickness that our parents have. Why the fuck would I want that? Because the funny thing of what I said last night, motherfucker, if I fail, you fail. Because I didn't bring myself into this world, you dumb bitch. Like, if I fail, you fail. And motherfuckers never think about that part. Why would I want my kids to fail so I know that I fail? That makes no sense. That makes no logical sense. That's the problem with these kids.
But
the dumbass parents.
It's not the parents, bro. It's actually the school system.
Mm-hmm.
I sat there. I sat in an auditorium and watched a fucking administration tell me, do not be a helicopter parent. Let your kid fail. That's the best thing you can do for them. Leave them alone. Let them sink. Let them drown. Let them take nosedive out of this, because at this point it's sink or swim.
Yeah,
so stop
but
helping
okay,
your
but
kids.
that's also on the parent. I would not listen to that. There's no way I would be like, oh yeah, okay, preach on, brother. No, there's no way I'm sitting there accepting that. If I sat in the auditorium and fucking heard a principal or administrator say, let your kids fail, fuck you. That ain't happening. Like, fuck out of here.
But
that ain't got nothing to do with the school.
That's what society's pushing. And you got to look at it. Society's agenda is going to win, because that parent is going to be shunned if they push back.
Fuck, shun me.
Oh yeah, definitely. They'll do that.
I am a prime example of I will not. You at least need to get C. At least C. I'm not asking for A's and B's. You can get all. You can be the George Bush of your goddamn school. That's fine by me. But goddamn, there's no way in hell. And yes, if there's a dumb kid in class, I will call that kid dumb. Can you get that dumb bitch away from my child? That I've done it before. I know if this kid is disrupting my child, shun me. That I do not accept that. That is bullshit. Now, yes, do I feel like schools have a higher influence on, I would say, single parent households? Yes, 100%. And that's most of households. So, but I don't live my kids don't live in a single parent household. So we are a united front when it comes to certain things. And I truly feel that plays a part too to what you're trying to say. On a single parent household, yes, I agree with all of what you're saying. But you also have to have two parents that give a fuck as well.
Well,
yeah,
again,
I sort of disagree.
I'm just telling you, it gets harder and harder, bro. Because you're gonna sit there and be like, nah, fuck that. We're a united front. You're a united front. What happens when the kids start siding with the teachers?
Yeah, that hasn't happened yet in my case. So
your kids are still younger. Your kids are still younger.
I got a kid in high school, so
okay. Oh, there you go. I look at
I got a kid in high school and another one in 7th grade. So
I think about 10th,
Well, in
11th grade is when it really starts to fucking hit home. Like,
yeah,
I'd
but
say,
that's more of siding with their friends than teachers. I feel like they're gonna. That's what I'm more worried about. Them siding with other kids, siding with adults than them siding with teachers. I feel like the influence I'm more afraid of is the lack of like, oh well, I don't want to do any of this because my friend doesn't want to do it. And it's like
mm,
because we've all been
yeah. So, G,
there.
what'd
I
you have
feel
to
like
say?
there's no rebels anymore.
Yeah. G, what'd you have to say?
So, like I said, I sort of disagree with the two-parent household because I mean, I listen to what some of these people. I mean, if you just put it down into perspective, I'm not talking about you. I'm just talking about in general what I've been hearing. Dad's at work all day. Now you have the mom who wants to work all day. Now they're trying to fight for for parental care and stuff. So if you have both parents out the house, both parents working, and then you're going to give your kids off to daycare, and you got to think about how much time these parents are around the kids, because I hear a lot more women saying that they're not willing to give up their job or their career. You know, they rather just give the kids to somebody else. So your kids at school all day, your kids at daycare all day, and then you come home, you're dead tired. You don't want to spend that much time around your kid like that, like you need to. Again, it goes back to who's really raising your children. So I don't really fully, for what I've been seeing, I don't even fully agree with the two-parent household is even better. When most people I listen to want to want other
I
people to raise
did
their
not say
kids.
that. I did not say that.
Hmm.
I said a two-parent household that's going to make the effort. I work
Okay.
all night.
Okay.
I'm here all day. He works all day. She's here during the night. We, like I said, we don't work another job. Like she works when the kids are in school. I work when the kids are sleeping. So we spend ample time with our children. We know about their classes. We know about their school. We know about their projects. We know what they have going on. But that's only if you're going to make the effort as a parent. That's why I said it takes you making effort. You can't just work, 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 work. That's not going to work for anything. That doesn't work.
Yeah.
You have to actually want to be in your child's life and be a strong force in their life. Like I said, yeah, I agree with you. 98% of people aren't going to do that because they don't want to do that because it's easier to let everything else praise your kid. The internet,
Yeah.
teachers,
Yeah.
fucking just everything else.
Oh yeah, I agree.
You can go. You can go. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, no. I agree exactly what you're saying. I mean,
Oh,
I be watching kids right now. I be watching kids like babies that just be looking at tablets all day.
mhm.
They ain't real. They just looking at tablet, looking at screen go. Like that's why I said, like, I mean, I didn't hear the effort part, but yeah, no, I agree with that. Yeah, if you're going to put in effort, but to me, at least when I look at it as a whole, I'm not seeing that. Like, I'm not seeing people talk like you. What I'm saying, like, what I'm saying is you particularly are becoming more unique. You're not the standard
Oh,
anymore.
for sure.
Yeah, and I think that is very problematic. Like, I don't think that's good for us as a society at all, and that does have me worried.
And that's why I say our generation, yes, loves nostalgia. I buy toys and like a motherfucker. I got a habit of buying toys and pops, and I got the whole gargoyles and Mecha set in my closet right now. Like I am king of nostalgia. You see how many toys I got? Like I'm a collector of or prioritize whatever the fuck it's called of hundreds of toys. I got Marvel, DC, anything. I'm nostalgia out the ass. But at the same time, it's like trying to teach kids nostalgia. They don't give because it doesn't hit the same. Now, you oh my god,
Wait. Let
old
me ask you this. Let me ask you this.
cartoons.
Because I'm glad you brought that. I'm going to ask you this. I mean, if you really think about it, what does this generation really have that they could call theirs? You know, I mean, really think about it. Like if you look at everything that this generation like had to look to, it was all found in other generations. Like
Oh,
what?
for sure.
Yeah. So what does this generation really have that they could hold on to that wasn't done or even done better in other generations?
Oh no, I don't have an answer for you.
Yeah. Yeah,
No,
I got nothing against that.
that's part of the design. If you don't understand, that's part of the design. Haven't you realized that there is nothing that a kid can own anymore?
yes.
A kid
Yes.
can't. You used to. I used to be like, oh shit, check out my video game collection. Oh shit, check out my CD collection. It just kept progressing. You can't do that anymore. Everything is subscription based.
Yep.
A kid can't own a video game. They can have it on their cloud, and that shit can get taken away at any point. You can't have CDs. You're gonna stream everything. These kids don't want to drive. They don't want to own vehicles.
That's
They don't want
wild. I did hear a
you
kid
have
say
it.
that the other day. That's fucking wild. I'm like, what do you mean you don't want to drive? That was the most shocking thing I ever heard a kid say to me.
Yeah, no, because it's too much. It's too much to have a payment. They would rather Uber. They don't want to fucking own a home because they say it's unreachable.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They don't. So kids don't own any. They have now built and designed it that even your cell phone used to be yours. Once the 2 years was up, you could do whatever you want with that shit. Now your phone is completely rented.
And they
You
asked
have
for
a
it
lease.
back. They asked for it
You
back.
have a lease. You trade it in. You have.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great. No, it's not. That's mine. Fuck off.
Mhm.
I haven't had a cell
If
phone
you
On my
contract.
trade in
cell
your
phone.
phone, we'll take $1,000 off the new phone.
Huh,
It's like, what the fuck?
fuck that. Go fuck yourself. Because that phone didn't
My
even
cell
cost that
phone.
much.
Mhm.
Huh.
What'd you
But
say, B?
I keep all my cell phones. Ain't anybody trading nothing. this one is mine.
yeah,
Shit.
but the thing is, okay, you pay for a new phone. They're gonna progressively keep making it more expensive to get a phone because they want this design. They want you to not
Oh,
have
yeah.
ownership of anything.
Yeah.
You don't even own the
They want your
music you listen to.
information too. Even if you delete your information too, I feel like it's still on that phone. I refuse to believe that even if you factory restart that motherfucker, your your information is still on there.
Yeah.
Well,
110%.
no. If you factory reset it, that's gone. It doesn't matter. Do you understand that all of your information now is not saved on that phone? Haven't anybody noticed that a phone has your computer? Your computer has fucking all the bells and whistles, but has like a fucking 100 gig hard drive.
Yeah.
50 gig hard drive. Why is that?
Mhm.
Because they want all your shit in the cloud.
Yeah.
Check this out. This happened to me just a couple of weeks ago. My Google email got hacked into. Google called me, had my name, had my number, and had my address. I'm like, how the hell did you get all this stuff? I didn't give this to y'all.
Yeah, you did. When you registered into the cloud, it's all in there, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It's all in there. But again, it makes sense.
Like,
Now
have you
they've
ever typed your email into your phone once? Yeah. Or sorry, your address to your phone. There be a food, anything. It's in there. You did
yeah.
it.
And again, if all of your information is in the cloud, how much easier is it for them to control whatever you're doing?
Oh, very easy. Like it's to the point where I could be thinking something, and then the algorithm it's like my phone is reading my mind at this point. I could be thinking something that don't ever come out of my mouth, and I see advertisement of the specific thing I was thinking about. You know, it's wild,
Fuck,
man.
fuck that. We were at the shop, at my homeboy's shop, talking shit. One of the dudes is older, and somebody was like, "Ah, fuck you. You know what? You probably got those little blue pills. Ha ha." Everybody's making a joke of it. Why the fuck is every commercial I have on YouTube now about Cialis or fucking Viagra or Blue Chew? I'm like, what the fuck is everybody? Are you serious?
So I saw this feature. Like I don't watch TV like that no more. So, but I had the TV. I was watching TV with my family, and the commercial was on. And now in the commercial, it has a button where you can click on and buy the item where that commercial was talking about. Right there on your phone, right there on your TV, man.
Yes.
I was like, what the fuck is this? They have a button there that I can just click on it and buy shit on my TV? No, that was wild, bro. That was
No,
wild,
fuck that. You know what's wild to me?
man.
Back in the day, everybody, and again, like I was thinking about it the other day when we were just bullshitting, we were joking around like, oh fool, you probably got one of those that used to be the thing. We used to make fun of people who needed shit like that. But now it seems like that's the thing. I had a little dude tell me, oh yeah, a weekend setup is a honey pack and a plan B. What?
What?
Wait, what? Yes. All these little dudes now are taking Viagra and honey packs and gas station pills. Like that's the thing now to
How
take
old are
that shit.
they?
We're talking 17, 18.
What the fuck? I swear. Oh,
I heard young people they talk about honey packs and blue chews and
at 7 fucking 10?
What are you talking about, bro? You
That's,
can go to the
that's,
gas station.
that's actually good. At 17, that's good. That's a
Yeah.
good thing because at least I'd rather a 17-year-old say it than a 15-year-old or a 14-year-old.
Dude, you can go to the gas station now and get a kit. It's just a kit. It comes with a cup, a pack of ice, a honey pack, an alcohol bottle, and a mixer.
Well, I mean, you
wow.
can't talk like
Dude,
this
I'm
shit
not
don't
even gonna
work.
say that. Dude, Google how many people, Google, it's so many hot ass teachers, first and foremost. It's a list, there's a whole picture list. If you get a chance right after this little podcast or whatever. But look at all the teachers that have been linked to children, like 13-year-old or 14-year-old. When you have grown women, and these are like 40, 50-year-old teachers, you got young 20, because the teacher field is so young. It's like when you got women wanting to be with 13-year-olds and freshmen and sophomores, not seniors or juniors. That's the type of world we live in. Like I think about it like these kids are so more advanced because it's just that you got a teacher sending your 13-year-old son new pictures. Like that's not a normal thing. That has never been a normal thing. And this teacher isn't disgusting like Mrs. Krabappel. No, this teacher is a baddie.
I got an OF and everything.
Yeah, got a exactly.
And we're the monsters. And we're the monsters.
Hey, fuck all that.
And not even them. They're the monsters. How do you handle this? It's like, of course, in your mind, you think about, okay, I would do this and do this and do that and do this. But because I struggle with that. Like I'm not saying it's ever gonna happen, hopefully it never happens. But I'm just like thinking to myself, like, it's gonna be hard for me to be mad because I have a son and he's great and he's a good kid and stuff like that, but he's a thin image of me. It's hard for me to get mad at him when he does certain things. Because of his mom, I have to get mad. Because if I didn't, if it was a world where it was just me and him, oh man, that nigga would have so much freedom, it wouldn't even be funny. But it's like like I can't do that. Like I have to get mad at him, and I have to say certain things. We were in the mall. We were all in the mall, and me and him went our separate ways, and her and our daughter went theirs, and I just see his swag, and I'm just like, it's hard to get mad when you see things like that. You're like, okay, you on the right path. So it's like so if he does have any influence on girls or this or that or blah blah blah, even a fucking baddie as a teacher, it's like, how do I be like, son, gotta file a
Yeah.
report, man, you know? I gotta go ahead and put this bitch in jail, you know.
Yeah, but
Sorry.
yeah, but look at the other end of that shit. Like, dude, I remember dropping my kid off at school and chicks being like, "Oh shit, I like this car." Like, "Hey, can I get a ride?" I'm like, "Didn't you just see me drop off my fucking kid? You're same fucking age. Leave me alone." Dude, my little brother is a teacher, and that motherfucker had to shut down all his social media. And I was
Oh,
like,
for
what the
sure.
fuck? I was like, what the fuck? He's like, nah, dude, because they will find that shit and they will start. It's weird. I was like, God
Dude,
damn.
I promise you, like I said, and my son was going through everything he was going through, and I went up there and I was waiting on the Uber for this for to like leave the school, and I'm standing out there, and what I saw was a Mexican lady came up to me in pajama pants, a little cut off shirt, and she's like, "Oh, is the school still open?" I'm like, yeah, you can go in there." And she's like, "Oh, because I'm late for class." Mind you, this is a motherfucking middle school, and
Mm-hmm.
I had to be like, I need to get the fuck off the campus. But she ain't look like
Yeah,
no little ass girl. This
exactly.
this is like a grown ass woman.
The, like you look like
I mean,
these
I go
chicks
to
look
gym
like
and this motherfucker.
these
Fuck
chicks
that. This is terrible. This is
these
terrible.
chicks, dude, nah, fuck that. These chicks look like they're going to the club. It's
Oh,
crazy. But
like,
even the dudes. I have my nephew's little homies when he was in high school. These motherfuckers got tattoos already.
Yep.
oh yeah, that shit wild.
Yep.
That shit is the craziest shit ever. That shit annoys that shit annoys me.
Mhm.
Like, hey, I'll say it. I don't feel like I need to say this, but oh homo, when 13-year-olds and 12-year-olds got 8 packs, like you niggas is built like Greek gods, nigga. That wasn't how it was when I was a kid. First and foremost, like I said, no homo. But our nephew, he was on a football team. And I'm looking at these kids like, nigga, these niggas actually look like Ocho Cinco now. and
Mm-hmm.
and fucking T.O. Like, you niggas is built different. Like, there was, like, I say this all the time. When I was in high school, there was either fat bitches or skinny bitches. There was nothing else. There was no sex. There was no baddies. You either had maybe 2 or 3 girls with a pretty face, and every nigga drooled over. So you was like, it ain't no point in me being the 55th nigga drooling over you. There's no point. But there was skinny and there was fat. I can't imagine one girl from 4 years in Lancaster High School that even came close to having any proportion anywhere. It was either super skinny or super fat. And
I
she was either ugly, and like I said, it was only 3 pretty girls. I can't imagine anything over a 5. And I have a yearbook, and we were looking through my yearbook, and I just look at my kids being disgusted. I got the DVD yearbook from my junior year, and I'm just scrolling through this motherfucker. I'm disgusted. They're disgusted, and I'm disgusted. I'm like, God damn, these motherfuckers bitches ugly. Jesus Christ.
Oh shit. I don't know, man, because even the touch bases on the comment you made earlier to kind of tie it into this shit. I had in our district, we had a high school that had a fucking daycare.
oh shit.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah. I remember that, especially if it was in L.A.
Yeah, but well,
I
no,
remember that.
no, this was not L.A. This was in Riverside,
Oh, okay.
and yeah, there was a daycare, and everybody knew that school had a daycare because anybody who got knocked up went to that school. So kids was getting knocked up in high school back in the day, but it's just
Mm.
nowadays, like I said, these dudes is walking around with sleeves, tatted up sleeves. I don't know how the hell they get it. And these chicks are walking around. These chicks are walking around like it's free before 11. Like, what the fuck? I remember you couldn't wear no shit like that at school. They used to have a ruler, and they used to have you do the reach test, and you would get sent home. You would have to go put your PE sweats on. Nah, fuck that. These chicks was walking around booty shorts, nigga, and tank tops, midriff, with nipple piercings and belly button rings. I'm like, what the fuck? You were in 10th grade.
You couldn't wear pajama pants and house shoes. Like, kids can wear pajama pants and house shoes every day. Crocs. Like, no, just like you said, you couldn't wear booty shorts, like, and a fucking hoodie. Like, you had to look like you had pants on. Like, there's no way. Like, it's crazy. Like I said, you got kids coming to school with cookie shirts on. Cookies is a weed brand. I don't give a fuck what a teacher says. Nigga, that don't mean cookies. That's a weed brand. And that's just a normal fucking thing. That shit is crazy to a person like me.
You know what's crazy? I've had one of my nephew's homies tell me that she got offered lipo for her graduation present.
What the fuck?
Or a boob job. It's like hamburger. What the fuck? And it was like normal. Oh yeah. So I can get my boobs done for graduation. What the hell are you talking about?
Please tell me that girl didn't have a father.
Yeah, she did.
Oh yeah, fuck. But that doesn't matter. Like I said, that now that's what James Poole was. He says comes into play. These fathers are so keen on being their kids' friends, and like I said, I learned starting middle school and high school, I'm gonna be the bad guy. I'm gonna be the asshole. I'm gonna be a dick. I'm gonna be a monster. I'm gonna be the one that tells you. Like in my household, it's already been established that I'm that parent. I'm that unreasonable parent that will never understand the times. Like I'm that old motherfucker sitting on the porch with a goddamn shotgun in his hand. Like I'm that Uncle Ruckus motherfucker. And I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. My sole job is to make sure you make it to 18 and become a good person, healthy, whatever the case may be. My job isn't for you to like me. My job isn't for you to agree with everything I say and do. My job is for when you about to fuck up, you think of me. You think of, damn, dad gonna fuck me up if I even think about doing this. That's my job. It's to hunt your fucking nightmares. That's my job.
And that's fine. I mean, that's normal. But you're telling me, because I'm okay with you're telling me other fathers don't feel this way anymore?
No, society says you can't. Society says you can't.
It's a lost art.
Because the thing is,
I'll take a chance on everything I'm doing. I take a chance like a motherfucker.
But you sound like a normal father.
No, but the biggest
it's not normal.
The biggest thing is now you get these kids who are like 25, 30, and they're like, oh my God, my parent was so overbearing. I could never talk to them. I couldn't confide in them. And then that was what fucked me up and got me stripping and snorting coke and fucking, elderly niggas and, doing gang bangings and what? Yeah, because if my dad would have just talked to me, if my mom would have just opened up to me and not, tried to make blah blah blah, yeah, that's why your parents need to be your friends. You need to be relatable. You guys need to talk and open up dialogue instead of being angry and yelling at me and stuff.
What the fuck? Who the fuck says this shit?
I'm already drained here. When you just said it now, Jade, it drained me of all my energy.
What the fuck?
Dude, what are you talking about? Why do you think, like you guys were a couple of podcasts ago arguing about therapy? All motherfuckers need therapy. Therapy was not a thing back in the day. Fighting was a thing back in the day.
Yes. I mean, even I would say
But
I don't think all these people need fucking therapy. I said
but
it before. I
you,
said go get a fucking
motherfucker,
friend or
you,
something.
you agreed with it. You agreed with it.
What? No,
Watch,
I didn't.
listeners, listen to that podcast. You was like, yeah, you fucking Adam was like, yeah, man, that's
No.
right.
No, I
Therapy
was the
is
one.
a
I was
thing.
arguing with
It's a
Adam.
good thing. It's a good thing. Blah blah blah. But yeah,
No,
you hit
my fault. I'll let you
therapy.
go.
They're like, you guys need to all sit here and sing kumbaya, and you need the fucking hug, and you need to understand why they're fucking stealing cars and snorting cocaine because they're lashing out because they need attention. What the fuck? They need jail. No, they're just crying out for help, and the reason that they're cutting on themselves is because of this. You shouldn't beat on them. You should just tell them. You shouldn't put them in timeout. You should sit there with them and ask them how they're feeling. They're feeling like they're about to have a sore ass. So, because
I mean, I feel like you need a healthy balance. It's like I tell my kids they matter. And it's like like I said, it's a cog in a wheel. It's like this family can't function without you. I'll never make you feel less thereof. Don't get it twisted. Like you don't pay any bills in this house. Your currency is washing dishes. Your currency to me is making sure the school doesn't call me. Your currency is being a good kid. Like it's not like that's how you contribute to this house. I have to go to work every night, whether I'm sick, tired, a broken leg, whatever. You get sick, you can stay home. Take a me day. And it won't mean a motherfucking thing in this household. Literally. This household keeps running. So I'm not saying that my kids' opinions don't matter. Oh, they matter to me as a collective. Anytime there's a big change in our household, I bring it to the table 100%. I will never not include my kids because it's their life too. That's that to me is the biggest bullshit. I used to hate hearing, "Hey, we're moving, motherfucker. I got a test today. I don't give a fuck. We're moving. What the fuck is this about?" But okay. So, like I said, I tell the kids, "Hey, this is what's happening," and I give them why it's happening. I lay it all out for them. I don't just like, yes, you have to be a parent, but you have to find a balance on fair and fucking equity, but you have to still be a parent. But it's an every day, every minute, every hour, every second thing. It can't. It's not when you want it to be. It's every day, and you have to stick to that every day. And if you don't have a woman that is gonna agree with you, and when she doesn't agree with you, she waits till the kids are sleeping, and y'all talk on the phone at night or in the day when the kids are at school. She doesn't call you out in front of the kids, and I don't call her out because that's another thing that we don't do. We don't disagree. If we don't disagree with each other, fuck. Then we talk about it away from the kids. We don't talk about it in front of the kids because that doesn't show a united front. That doesn't make any fucking sense. That's how turmoil happens. But I got a chance to sit here and watch fathers fail in my family so many times. So I just did the opposite. I did everything that I would want my parents to do if I was my parent. And it's worked for me. I'm not gonna say it's worked every time because it was a time when my daughter was on that bullshit. It was a time when my son was on that bullshit. So I'm not gonna say it's been 100%. I would say if I had to be honest, maybe like 60-40.
60-40, okay.
And 60-40, 65, 25, or however that shit works. I can't do the math right now. So 35 or whatever. But 100%, no. I could say it's a hard 70-30 right now because we just gave them $250 a piece for Christmas. So they're doing great.
So I'm going to end this podcast here. And before I go, I just want to say a couple of things since this is the last episode of season 5. First, I want to thank James for taking over hosting duties. I definitely appreciate it. Although I wish you would have did an intro and an ending, but it's all right. With that being said, by the time I'm recording this, we're almost into the new year. So first, I just want to wish everybody a happy New Year's. And no matter what, I just hope this upcoming year was better than the last one. As for this season of the podcast, I'll be honest, this was probably not the easiest year just due to life situations. And I once again want to apologize for missing as many episodes as we did. As you know, we're going on break, and I'll be honest, this is probably the 1 year I feel like we don't really deserve to, but we need to. So we're definitely going to be gone. Oh, one thing I got to do is I need to apologize to everybody on the audio platforms. I apologize because for some reason I thought I uploaded the episodes and I haven't, and I don't know what happened. So I truly do apologize for you getting this late. The good news is you will have a podcast to listen to in January, but you are going to be behind. But by the time you get back, you should be all caught up. So that's the good news. But I do want to 100% apologize to the audio platforms. I apologize that you got the last 4 episodes late. It was supposed to coincide, but most likely when we come back in February, that will be corrected. So, and I want to make sure we don't have that issue again. So there's not much else to say. I just want to go ahead and give my last thoughts since this is the last episode of season 5. I can't really believe that we made it to 5 seasons, and yeah, I'm very happy that we made it this long. And depending on what everybody else wants to do, most likely we will be back for season 6. We're gonna go away, talk to everybody, and then from there decide what we're gonna do. But I have a feeling, well, I'll just say this. As long as people want to keep coming on to the podcast and keep showing up, we're going to keep having more podcasts and more seasons. So if you like the content that we do, make sure you subscribe. We definitely got a lot more on the way. Hopefully next year, I think that's the big thing we want to try to do is try to bring in more people. And also, I would like to remind everybody out there that particularly on either on the Rumble or YouTube, wherever you listen to this podcast, or even on the audio platforms, if it will allow you, make sure to leave your comments down below, because on this podcast, we do read and pay attention to your comments. And if they're interesting, we may respond to your comments on the podcast. If they're good, we may actually make your comment a topic. And if you're really good, and it's dependent on each individual, we may invite you to have a conversation with one of us, depending on the circumstance and if whoever wants to do it. So with that being said, I want to thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. While we're away, make sure to check out the Clips channel, Fit the Description Podcast over there on YouTube. We will continue to keep having Saturday shorts every Saturday, so make sure to go check those out. And with that being said, I want to thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. Oh, let me actually end this right. First, I want to thank, once again, I want to thank James for taking over the hosting duties. I want to shout out to B and Keith for being on this episode. Definitely appreciate it. Make sure to hit that subscribe or follow depending on your platform. All additional audio links will be down in the description below. Also, make sure to check out the Clips channel, Fit the Description Podcast over there on YouTube. And with that being said, I don't know what else to say except I want to thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. Once again, Happy New Year's. We made it through another one, and that's a great reason to celebrate. And yeah, we'll see y'all in February with season 6. Have a good one.